Okay, welcome back to another MTGO League. Going to be playing some Jund today, which is an excellent sentence to say. Slightly different to traditional Jund lists, or what people call Boomer Jund. I'm going to be playing some Jund Saga today. So a lot of the old familiars. So we got the discard spells, removal spells. Got the Wrenn and Six, got the K command, got the Goyf. But then some key differences. So we're playing 2 Tourach, which can be difficult to cast in this, in this deck due to the mana requirements, as it can Kroxa, but they're just really good cards. So you can usually manage to get them out. Playing 4 Ragavan. If you're playing red, you're pretty much playing Ragavan. We're playing 4 Elvish Reclaimer in this deck. This is kind of tech that's been going around for a little bit now. So used to be Dragon's Rage Channeler in this slot, but actually Elvish Reclaimer has been pretty good. Come on to that again in a sec. So we're running 4 Urza Saga is another key point in this. So we're not really I don't know, from the games I've played so far with this deck, we're not really a Saga deck. It's just a really nice thing to be doing. It allows you to grind really well. And yeah, we do have the 1-drop artifacts as kind of silver bullets to go and get versus, you know, if we need removal, if we need graveyard hate or life gain. Shadowspear on a Goyf is really no joke, and Urza Saga obviously adds an enchantment into the graveyard for Goyf as well. So Goyfs can get pretty big in this matchup, in this deck. But yeah, Elvish Reclaimer. So there's a couple of things, you know, late game you can fetch your Urza Sagas out with it. With Wrenn and Six, it allows you to, you know, you can buy back the lands you sacrifice as well. Wrenn and Six can obviously buy back Saga. And also you get to run a few silver bullet lands in the graveyard to be searched with Elvish Reclaimer. So you've got Ghost Quarter, Bojuka Bog and Bloodstained Mire. Good against, you know, big mana, graveyard strategies, hammer time, respectively. So you get to, you can do that at instant speed as well. So if someone living ends, you can reclaim a sacrifice a land, get Bojuka Bog. So kind of instant speed graveyard hate there, and it also does grow into a 3/4, so you know it can be quite a body at the end of the game. Also notably, you can do things with Urza Saga. So you sacrifice Urza Saga when it gets its 3rd counter. If you have Elvish Reclaimer on the field, you can sack the Saga to Reclaimer in response to the trigger. So you can still make you can still both, if you want to, you can make the token and get the search trigger and then sacrifice it and put another Saga into play or on any other land that you want. So yeah, quite a few tips and tricks. Pretty standard sideboard, a lot of graveyard hate, collective brutality to help against burn, things to help against sort of control and hammer time. But yeah, the deck's seems really fun. So let's give it a go. Thanks to everyone that's subscribed recently. We're sort of powering on towards 300 subscribers, I think, which would be really cool. I hope people are enjoying the content. I hope everyone's doing well today. And yeah, please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you think. Let's get into round number 1. Okay, apologies. We join us here at sideboarding for round number 1. I had to stop the recording for the first game, sadly, but back in it now. We managed to eke out a close win against Jeskai Control. We saw Restoration Angel, lots of count spells, lots of lightning bolts and helixes and Snapcaster Mages. So we're going to sideboard accordingly. So I think we want the Collective Brutalities here. Restoration Angel makes me think that it could be the Kiki combo, but I think that's less likely. We might want the spell bombs. Pyrite Spellbomb. It's good if we see Kiki Jiki, but if not, that's not great. I think we want the Fatal Pushes weirdly, because yeah, Resto Angel's pretty good. We'll take out the bolt. Tourach's really good against them. Decay and Trophy. We saw Time Raveler and Jace the Mind Sculptor. So we can keep both those in. We saw Colonnade as well. Oh, maybe we want the Ghost Quarter for Colonnade. Yeah, I could see the Ghost Quarter recurring it with Wrenn and Six is going to be really good. We'll take out a... We don't want to take out any basics really. We'll take out one Overgrown Tomb. Want the K commands. Want the Goyf can be less good, but against the one that relies more on the damage-based removal spells, it can be really good. Ragavan's good. Reclaimer is pretty good. We want all the discard spells. Maybe we do cut a couple of Goyfs. Yeah, I think we'll cut maybe one Goyf, bring in an extra Spellbomb. These longer games you want to have enough stuff to fetch with Saga as well. Yeah, let's go with that. Right, Lurrus, we're going to have to play fairly quickly. Thoughtseize and Kroxa are good, but I'm not sure we want 5 lands. Yeah, this is much better. We're just going to Inquisition and then try and dash Ragavan every turn. We'll get rid of the basic forest here. So Ragavan actually less good here. Against normal control these days it's pretty good because a lot of their sorcery, a lot of their removal is sorcery speed. Okay, so it's a nice draw. We could play our own Ragavan. I think we're going to have to take a hit from my opponent's Ragavan, unfortunately. Okay, so opponent's got Bolt and Teferi. So actually I think we're going to take the Teferi, and then next turn we're going to try and Collective Brutality, get rid of the Bolt in my opponent's hand and kill my opponent's Ragavan. Hopefully they hit nothing here. Yeah, and they would have been able to Teferi this turn as well, which would have been obviously not ideal. Okay, so Reclaimer. So we'll shock in the Blood Crypt. What are we going to discard to this Brutality? I think just the Shadowspear. We can get it back potentially with Lurrus. So this and this. Could be the Reclaimer. Or the no, we want the Saga. Let's get rid of the Shadowspear. Opponent will probably bolt us in response. Obviously a counter spell is awful here because it's a 2-for-1. We have to discard a thing. But if this does resolve, it's really good. Okay, just bolting us is fine. Saves our Ragavan or Elvish Reclaimer from a lightning bolt. Okay, just lands in hand, so we pull a little bit ahead here. Next turn we get a pretty good turn. We get to go, so we'll go Saga. We'll dash the Ragavan. Not going to play the Reclaimer yet because if our opponent has Snapcaster Mage, we don't want to play the Reclaimer into the Snap Bolt. Looks like my opponent hasn't. Yep. Okay, so Ragavan connects here. Okay, we get a Supreme Verdict. So they are running Supreme Verdict. I think I am going to play the Reclaimer. See what our opponent does. Okay. So yeah, a lot of the time in these matchups, you don't want to put Ragavan on the field necessarily. You just want to keep dashing it. So there's the island, because yeah, like that we just saw, the Supreme Verdict, unless they have Teferi in play, that can't actually deal very well with with our Ragavan. Okay, so we'll dash again here. Do we attack with the Reclaimer? I think so this turn, especially since we have another one. And then we're going to do our whole... Well, maybe that was wrong. Hopefully my opponent hasn't drawn Snapcaster Mage. If they've drawn Snapcaster Mage... Vendilion Clique. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. Okay, they decide we can have both of those. So they're going to trade off with the Ragavan. So yeah, we're going to keep the keep the Reclaimer in hand. Actually, I'm going to fetch now. Don't want a basic really, although we are at quite a low life. I think actually, yeah, we'll just get Forest here. The reason we're doing that is if my opponent plays Field of Ruin, we need to be able to activate Urza Saga without giving our opponent priority. Make a token. Okay. Opponent Helix is the Reclaimer. That's fine. So we can't do our thing, but we're just gonna, yeah, we can just make another token. We'll search for, I think we're just gonna search for Nihil Spellbomb here, because we get to draw a card with it. If our opponent draws Snapcaster Mage, it's obviously really nice. Play a land and play this Elvish Reclaimer. So yeah, we can just keep the Spellbomb around now. Got quite a good board presence. Maybe we weren't meant to play this Reclaimer, but I think we are. Because then next turn we can potentially Reclaimer for another. Okay, we just get there. Okay, so that matchup went pretty well. See you for the next one. Right, we've got the classic Jund hand here of Inquisition into Tarmogoyf. My opponent is on Obosh. We got a fairly good hand against Obosh, I think. Unfortunately, we're going to have to fetch a shock land. Arbor Elf. Okay, so I think we're going to push that. Yeah. Oh, this mana isn't lining up very well. That basic mountain's kind of hurting us. So we'll go and get Overgrown Tomb. And I think I am going to Fatal Push here. Just don't really want my opponent doing too much next turn. And we can Inquisition, or we could Goyf. I'd really like to draw. Yeah, I'd really like to draw another black or green land. Because then Elvish Reclaimer can get us out from under a Blood Moon if that's what my opponent is on. Okay, let's see what our opponent has. Arbor Elf. So now drawing Bolt's not too bad. Trophy. Well, do we just go Goyf? I think I'm going to go Inquisition, given that our opponent will have 3 mana next turn. Right, we're going to take that Klothys. Yeah, we can just never deal with Klothys, and it can mess around with our graveyard. Do we play this Urza Saga? I think so. Okay, so this is red-green mid-range. So if they want to Season Pyromancer, they do need... Oh no, they don't need to find a land, but they do have to then discard, you know... Having multiple Season Pyromancers in hand can be a bit clunky. They could discard Fury of the card they've drawn. So Urza Saga are probably going to go and get Shadowspear, providing we eventually get there. Oh, they drew another Klothys. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. And our mana has not shaped up well here. So we could go Inquisition of Pyromancer, but that doesn't actually do that much. We could make a token. I think I want to get the Goyf down, though. tapped the wrong land there, really. Because next turn we can... Yeah, next turn we can equip Shadowspear to the Goyf and start gaining life, which is pretty good. And we can Inquisition as well if we need to. Okay, opponent's made mana there. They might be casting Fury. Okay, Seasoned Pyromancer, discarding... What are they going to discard? Fury Bone Crusher Giant, sure. Another Arbor Elf, that's okay. Okay, another land is really good here. So I'm just going to make the mana. Go and get Shadowspear. Then we can play a land, Inquisition my opponent. Oh, they've got a pillage, but we're going to take the Pyromancer here. We'll equip the Goyf. 6/7, so my opponent can't block this very easily. Attack. And then we'll just fetch a basic forest. Play out this Reclaimer. Pass the turn. So that's a big attack. Goyf with Shadowspear is no joke. It's yeah. So you know that my opponent's got Pillage in hand. Oh, I forgot that that can kill a enchantment. Yeah, artifact. Yeah. Okay, that's bad. What have they drawn now? Ragavan. Okay, so we're going to block and trade with the Ragavan. Oh, that turns on Klothys as well. Okay, so opponent will probably get rid of... Oh, we find our own Ragavan. Okay, so let's attack for 6. Yeah, opponent's just going to chump. Then we can't play all this, but we can hold up Trophy if we need to. Or we could just get Ragavan. Or we could just get Lurrus to hand. I think I'd rather just get Lurrus here. Yeah, I forgot that Pillage could kill an artifact. Okay, they get opponent wisely takes the Shadowspear there. We just see an attack with everything. Yeah, opponent gains life with this Klothys as well, which is obviously pretty bad. We haven't actually got the mana to do Lurrus. God, we're really hurting from yeah, really hurting from not taking that Pillage. Although I guess my opponent would have had 2 extra cards in hand. Lightning Bolt's interesting. Maybe we're meant to just start killing my opponent's stuff. I think we can just pass here. Trouble is, this Klothys is just going to wreck us eventually. Okay. I think I'm just going to bolt one of these Arbor Elves. Stop. Looks like my opponent hasn't got much mana. Maybe that's wrong. We might have been meant to just bolt them in their face. We need to start clearing out this stuff they have. Yeah, that Shadowspear really hurt. So no attacks from the opponent. Don't think I want to use the trophy now. Okay, Inquisition isn't actually that great. Although we can Inquisition then Ragavan. What's the opponent got? Stomp. Okay. Don't think we're dashing Ragavan. I think we do have to attack though. Opponent will probably jump. No, they just take it. So we go down to 6. Yeah, that. So a few things went wrong here. So firstly, the opponent kind of top decking the Klothys after we took Klothys is rough. Secondly, forgetting that Pillage could deal with the Shadowspear really cost us. So opponent's going to attack now. We haven't got two. Oh, my opponent. Okay, so yeah, so we have to block here. I think we're possibly just dead here. Opponent should just attack all here, I think. Block this Klothys. Okay, there's a Ragavan. Still can't cast. So I guess we cast this. So we're going to wait until combat to trophy this Seasoned Pyromancer. Actually, yeah, we can't actually remove this Klothys, so we're just dead. You know, if we can't do it this turn, there's no way. Yeah, I needed that Shadowspear, so Shadowspear is going to be key in in this matchup. But we've got, I think we've got some more sideboard stuff we can possibly bring in as well. Let's have a look. Okay, so I think we probably want brutalities. I wonder if we want engineered explosives. Possible. Don't really need Soul Guide Lantern. I don't think. Heat is okay. Doesn't kill everything though. I think we can get rid of some heat. Well, that's very fine. I think weirdly, I think we need to keep in these. Maybe we'll just lose 2 Thoughtseizes. But we don't really have a way of removing Klothys. Maybe we're just meant to take out all of the Inquisitions. Just treat it like a mid-range mirror. I don't know, taking Blood Moon and Klothys is so good. Yeah, I think we'll keep those in. Kolaghan's Command is good. Trophies. Trophy's not amazing. Maybe cut 1 trophy for another Spellbomb. It draws us a card and deals with their Pyromancers. And it could potentially stop Klothys as well, I guess. So we've got the Shadowspear in hand. This hand doesn't do much otherwise. I think we're going to mulligan this. Yeah, this hand's a lot better. So we'll keep this. I good is Tourach here? I think we can get rid of a land. Well, maybe we meant to just fetch basics. And then keep Tourach here. I think I want Tourach. But then if we don't hit our lands... No, I'm going to bottom Tourach. I think we are going to fetch some basic lands. We can lead on Blooming Marsh. Maybe we're meant to wait until my opponent could potentially cast Clothis next turn, but... Okay, so we'll take a Blood Moon here. Next turn, if we really want to, we can go Collective Brutality. 2 modes. Which I think, well, it depends what we draw, but we probably will. Like getting a Goyf down is also good. There's another Brutality, so what would we rather have? Basic Swamp or Basic Forest? I think Basic Forest first. Although we can't actually now get Mountain, which is a bit rough. So that just goes against Blood Crypt and we'll get Basic Forest. So go Brutality, 2 modes. This and... well, do we really need to take the Bolt? No, I don't think so. Bolt can't kill the Tarmogoyf. I think getting the clock down here is good. Hopefully my opponent doesn't draw another Blood Moon. Okay, Seasoned Pyromancer is a pretty good one. Now we can cash in the Brutality for more modes. So discard another Foothills and another Arbor Elf. Okay, Reclaimer. So we'll play a land. I think we'll go Brutality. 2 modes. Although again, do we care about killing their stuff? We know they've got Forest Bolt in hand. Could we just go Brutality, drain them? Oh, sorry, Brutality, get rid of their thing. I think I am going to go to... we want double black, so this has to go and get Blood Crypt. Yeah, so we'll go this. 2 modes. -2, -2. I think we're actually going to kill the Arbor Elf here. We'll discard another Collective Brutality. Bolt, Bolt. Okay, so I'll take the Bolt. Don't think we want to play the Reclaimer just into a Bolt. Yeah, because we've only got 2 land cards in hand at the moment, so all that happens next turn is my opponent bolts it. There's a Sprawl. Bit surprised I didn't do it on the untapped one. Probably a misclick. Good old Modo. So fetch land's really good here. Yeah, another Goyf is just behind. Okay, opponent blocks. So let's play the Goyf. Yeah, there's really no point in playing out this Reclaimer. They just bolt it. But a fetch land makes it into a 3/4. Wouldn't mind drawing Shadowspear. Okay, we do just get there. Goyf is really king in this matchup. So yeah, let's. Don't think we want to change anything for sideboarding. Are we meant to bring in more Thoughtseizes on the play? We saw a blood. We did see a Blood Moon. Are we ever going to be able to cast Kroxa? I guess if we fetch double basic swamp and then they Blood Moon us. Nope, I think we'll just ship it back. No, I don't think we can keep this. It's got an Inquisition, but if our opponent goes turn 1 Arbor Elf, I suppose we could go turn 1 turn 1 Ragavan. But then if my opponent goes turn 2 Blood Moon, no, we're going to mulligan this. We're really after Goyf. Yeah, this is a lot better. This is actually a really lot better. Okay, so much so that I'm not sure what to discard. I think it's going to be Elvish Reclaimer here. Yeah, I think so. And then we're going to lead off on a... Maybe it should have been Ragavan, actually. Wonder if I meant to get basic swamp. Ragavan, that's pretty good. That's also pretty good. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna I'm gonna go and get a shock land here. I think Blood Crypt. Actually, yeah, we can wait until my opponent attacks so that we can. Yeah, so he's going to bolt here. Answer my opponent's Ragavan. Arbor Elf. Okay, so we could either hold up Abrupt Decay for a Blood Moon. We could decay this, but I don't think that's very good. So I think we're just going to play Blooming Marsh, Inquisition, then we can play Ragavan. Okay, so my opponent does have Blood Moon. Okay, so they've got Seasoned Pyromancer. They could Fury our Ragavan, but we'll take the 2 for 1 there. Yep, there's the Seasoned Pyro. Yeah, I should be. I think I should be getting rid of Ragavan in this matchup. Right, so we'll play a land. Am I meant to attack with Ragavan? No, it just trades with a token. How afraid am I that my opponent has found another Blood Moon? I think we can just play Goyf here. Yeah, if my opponent finds another Blood Moon, they find another Blood Moon. Haven't seen Wrenn and Six in this matchup yet. Okay, an attack with Seasoned Pyromancer seems odd. Can my opponent... I guess they can make more tokens? Seems like a weird attack. So if I block, my opponent has 1, 2, 3. They play a land. They could make tokens. Is it? If that, no, I think I'm going to take this because if that's my opponent's plan, that implies my opponent doesn't have anything else to do. So it kind of wastes their mana. You know, if they were just going to shock in and then use their mana to make tokens, then that's absolutely fine. Although maybe that would have been preferable to them putting Obosh to hand. Or could be Pillage is, yeah, actually really good here. Land. I think we're going on the offensive now. So my opponent will block a Ragavan. Am I meant to wait and just dash Ragavan? Yeah, I think so. That pillage is pretty good. Yeah, just trying to incentivize my opponent to attack with both here. Okay, yeah, opponent wisely playing around the dashed Ragavan. Fetch land is what we want to draw. Stomp. Okay, we're at 11. More Reclaimers is really not what we want. Play this Ragavan. Opponent, yeah, I don't know if they've got Bolt or something. How much mana have they got? 5, 6. They go to 6. Tarmogoyf is currently a 5. Oh, Fury hardcast. Yeah, that probably wins them the game, sadly. Because now we take 4, 6, 7. Take 6. We really need a land. Come on, Verdant Catacombs. Well, I did say a land, I guess. So we have to just... yeah, we die now. That pillage was just brutal. Because yeah, we have to block here. We block here. My opponent will just attack all here. Oh, that's a rubbish way to lose. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there was much we could have done. I think we kept 3. Did we keep 3 lands there? 2 lands? We kept a really good hand. But yeah, just got kind of done in there. By yeah, we just needed to find another land essentially, and we would have been all right. But yeah, see you for the next round. Okay, round number 3. No companion. We're on the draw. I think we can keep this. We got a creature. We got 2 Inquisitions. Turn 1 Ragavan is spooky. Ooh, that's not good here. Yeah, we could have really done with being on the play. Okay, opponent's got turn 3 Khan the Great Creator, so we probably just lose here. Unless we find Thoughtseize. Because opponent can just go, yeah. Thoughtseize? That is not Thoughtseize. Maybe we're meant to wait and see what our... Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Soul Guide here. Because if my opponent goes and gets something with Khan... then... yeah, if our opponent goes and gets something with Khan that we then want to Inquisition, it's very unlikely, but... they might have just found Khan liberated. Oh, okay. Wormcoil Engine seems pretty good. Goyf. So we know the 2 cards in our opponent's hand. So, oh, I guess we can draw a card here. Play Goyf. But as usual, we're kind of going to struggle against this Wormcoil Engine. This is what we have a Ghost Quarter in the sideboard for. Stirrings. What's our opponent got? They hit another mine. Khan the Great Creator. The metal coating potentially. Yes, they're going to stop us. Oh, relic as well. Okay. Get rid of this Inquisition. So we can kill Khan here, though. I mean, we do lose quite a lot of stuff. Unless we draw a Bolt. I could sacrifice that to get something else, but we're gonna need Reclaimer to attack. Okay, push. So we know that there's just a land in my opponent's hand, so we'll go dash this. Kill Khan. Then do we want to play another Saga? Yeah, I think it's more worth it to play another Saga here. I mean, we're going to have to get rid of this Worm Coil engine at some point, which is obviously not ideal. We've got a push, so that's, yeah, we just need, we need to find Trophy, Kolaghan's Command, all of those things, kill that. What's this? There's another Khan. Oh yeah, they can start killing our lands now. Okay, we could make a token, or we could make the mana. I think we're just going to make the mana here. Just got the other one that can make a token anyway. So if we get Shadowspear, I think we'll get Shadowspear. Then go land. Actually, that makes this bigger. Oh, we can't activate Shadowspear, of course. Get Blood Crypt. Dash Ragavan, but then we can't quite kill the Khan with Wrenn and Six. Because we haven't got any more red mana. That's rubbish. Yeah, I mean, we can't come back from this. I'm just going to concede. Can't just eat another land next turn. You know, we could have messed around with Urza Saga, maybe prolonged the game a little bit, but they, yeah, no. I guess actually the play there was probably dash Ragavan, hope to hit Khan the Great Creator. But there we go. Okay, so Ghost Quarter, Force of Vigor. Both Alpine Moons. I could see Collective Brutality on the play. Don't want Fatal Push. Tourach can be okay. Decay can be okay on the play. Solgo Lantern definitely don't want. Pyrite Spellbomb don't really want. That's 60. Is Brutality better than any of these? Is Shadowspear really that good? Probably not. Brutality on the play. Okay, let's try that. Okay, we'll be on the plate. Looking for... this is fine, yeah. Yeah, so we'll keep this, and then we can go Ragavan turn 1, and then decay my opponent's turn 1 play. Potentially. Yeah, decay a map, or potentially even Kolaghan's command if we hit with Ragavan. We're kind of relying on our opponents stumbling. Well, and us helping them stumble. They do keep 6 though, which is a bit worrying. Right, so we're going to go and get... I think we're just going to get Blood Crypt here. Cast this Ragavan. Pass the turn. Okay, so they've got the map, that's good. So yeah, we can attack. I wonder if we went to Kolaghan's command here. Or just decay. Can't liberate. We're probably not casting that. I think we're going to Kolaghan's command. So discard a card, destroy target artifact. Go. Yeah, turn to Kolaghan's command. That's what we like. And we get our opponent to discard a card. They discard. Them discarding a Tron land is quite scary. So discard hers as mine. So they're going to play hers as mine here. Okay, so that's... I wonder if we're meant to destroy that. I think we're going to... Don't know. We'll attack with Ragavan first. Then we'll Collective Brutality. Yeah, we'll cast that. And then, yeah, we can just go... this will put a card type in. So... So we could go about... we could decay this, but my opponent draws a card. I think we're just going to Brutality. We could drain here, but... opponent might have Veil of Summer. Okay, so yeah, they do have Sylvan Scrying. So we'll take the Sylvan Scrying. We could Force of Vigor in upkeep here, but now that we've seen their hand, we don't really want to do that. Okay. Opponent draws. So I just want to see them play that forest. Could be O-Stone. Okay, there's Oblivion Stone. That's okay. We find an Urza Saga. Oh, actually, Expedition map for Ghost Quarter seems nice here. Okay. Yeah, that's obviously what we're doing. Did forget about that one. Yep. Kind of learning this deck at the moment. So, hit my opponent with this Ragavan. Just get a Sanctum of Ugin. We'll play this Urza. Oh, I shouldn't have played the Urza Saga. Oh, that's just I don't know what I'm doing here. So now we might as well get the Lurus to hand. Yeah, that might lose us a game. Because if my opponent goes Tron, maybe I'm meant to decay this. Okay, so don't find that. Although actually, so not Ghost Quartering here. Nature's Claim on that. Okay, sure. So yeah, so weirdly here my blunder has kind of helped because we can now hit the Tron land they don't have. Yep, so we can just keep attacking him with this Ragavan. Power plant. Okay, so play the Ghost Quarter. Opponent's just conceded. I think that was probably early. We got a decent hand here, you know. So what would we have done? We'd have played Ghost Quarter, Ghost Quartered in my opponent's draw step. Actually, no, we'd have had to Ghost Quarter then and there to stop them activating this, and we'd have probably, yeah. So Ghost Quarter, we've got 5 mana, so we'd probably go Decay, Tarmogoyf. Yeah. Okay, so that was pretty good. So Brutality was good there. Not sure it's as good on the draw. But is there anything that we'd rather? Probably not. Okay, we'll just go with that. See how bad this matchup is. Obviously, people that used to play Jund with Liliana the Veil and etc. will remember that this was always the horrendous matchup that you didn't want to see. Okay, I think we can keep this. It's got the Alpine Moon in. So yeah, Alpine Moon, and then sorry, we obviously lead with Ragavan here. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Yeah, we're still leading on Ragavan. Then in theory, next turn, if Ragavan connects, we can go Thoughtseize, Moon, and then the turn after we could go Tourach. Okay, let's see what they take. They take a map. Okay, so they play the map here. So I wouldn't mind hitting a Nature's Claim from our opponent. Okay, so Urza's Tower. So we'll just play a land, and then we'll Thoughtseize. We'll see what's going on. So they've got Tower in hand. So they've got some scary stuff. But here, given that we've got this moon, how much do we want to risk? Although if my opponent top decks the land, they can't actually do anything next turn. Right? So I'm just going to take the star here. Take the star, and we'll play a Goyf. Because we need to get our clock going. Next turn, my opponent possibly has to use mana to activate this. It also cuts my opponent off green mana. Power plant. Okay, so we don't know what our opponent drew here. Okay, we draw another land. So we could Tourach them here, but not really worth it. So we'll just attack first. O Stone. Okay, we don't really want to cast that. So we'll just go land, Alpine Moon. Does it matter what we name here? I guess they've got 2 towers. They search for the power plant. I guess we'll do the mine, because if my opponent has drawn Nature's Claim, we don't want to give it to them now. And then do we play Tourach? No, we're just going to play this Wrenn and Six. I wonder if I'm meant to just start pinging. I think I am. We're never getting to the ultimate, so actually putting Lurrus in hand might have been better there. Yeah, probably was. Yeah, putting Lurrus in hand was definitely the correct play there, because if my opponent blows up Alpine Moon... Okay, opponent gets Blast Zone. That's pretty good, but they'd have to spend a lot of mana next turn doing it. Oh, Assassin's Trophy as well. Okay, so... what do I want to do here? So Trophy would... So let's say my opponent goes next turn, they go sacrifice Blast Zone. They have to spend 3 mana to do it. We trophy this. It's just whether we want to do it before or after. So we could kick the Tourach instead here. Next turn. Okay. So there's no land in the graveyard yet either. So I think we go trophy the Blast Zone. Yeah, trophy Blast Zone. Yeah, trophy Blast Zone. And then with the treasure. And this actually makes it lethal next turn. We'll ping them again. And then I'm just going to put Lurrus to hand. Because then potentially, if my opponent goes Nature's Claim, have we done it? Surely not. Sylvan Scrying. Yavin Mire. Yeah, okay. We get there versus Tron. Well, was not expecting that. Okay, well, yeah, that seemed to go well. You know, we had just the right amount of disruption. Yeah, the Thoughtseize in the star was correct and stopped them drawing an extra card. So, yeah, happy with how that went. With 2 and 1, see you for the next round. Right, let's be on the play here. We see a pretty rubbish hand. Well, is it that bad? We've got Inquisition into Tourach turn 2, but 5 we have got Saga, but I'm going to mulligan that. I think we'll risk this. If we draw a land for Wrenn and Six, it's really good. We can play Reclaimer into Tarmogoyf. And if Reclaimer lives as well, we can actually just next turn we can sacrifice a land, and we could sacrifice a Saga to get a land for Wrenn and Six. Okay, lightning bolt that, sure. So we'd really like a land now, preferably a fetch land. If we can find any sort of fetch land, we're really in really good shape. Go on. Don't get there. I think I'm just going to play another Reclaimer. Because then next turn we can sacrifice a land and play Wrenn and Six. Actually, that's pretty good because we could go tap forest, sacrifice the forest for a red mana. We got another bolt. Okay, dash Ragavan. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take. Well, do I just take this hit? I think I'm going to block, because if my opponent's got bolt anyway, that's... yeah, I'm going to block here. We can play Goyf next turn, and if we find a land anyway, we're pretty good. I'm pretty confident my opponent's got Bolt. I don't think they'd offer the trade otherwise. Okay, we don't get there. We get to play a Goyf. Yeah, because if my opponent makes a treasure and then goes Bolt, obviously that's really bad for us. Okay, so that reeks of our opponent having... Oh no. Yeah, so we're just gonna die to this, unfortunately. Oh, I should have made the mana so I could equip. Yeah, I should have made the mana so I could equip. Let's get Soul Guide Lantern. We'll exile Bolt. Stop potential Murktides being as big. Just draw a card here. Really wanted to see land. I think we've been fairly unlucky not to hit lands. Yeah, Bolt also takes a card type out of the graveyard for potential Dragon's Rage channelers. Opponent probably going to draw 2 cards here. Yeah. Go for 5/6. I guess taking that lightning bolt out did make Goyf a little bit smaller for that turn. But if we can find a land, we're actually like we'll have to find one pretty soon. Okay, opponent going to play a Ragavan. So if we can find a land now, a fetch land, play Wrenn and Six, ping the Ragavan, we're in actually really quite good shape. Okay, opponent shocks in, so they might have fatal spell pierce. I think we're just bashing in here. No, put our opponent. If the opponent doesn't block, they can go to. They go to 4. We are running bolts. Yeah, if opponent goes Wrenn and if they go Murktide Regent, we've been pretty unlucky not to draw any lands. Wooded Foothills would have been nice. So the opponent must have some means of dealing with this Goyf. 7 cards in hand. We've got 6. So the best way of dealing with it is probably just delving everything out. I could go Bolt Heat. Okay, there's Heat and Bolt. Okay. So really need to find a land, but my opponent probably has Counterspell. They've now got the Delve as well. So they make a big Murktide here. Yeah, that we're going to struggle to kill. Maybe I should have Soul Guide Lanterned my opponent's graveyard, but I don't think so. I think we needed to find the land there. Okay, so we find the land here. I think my opponent's probably got Counterspell. We can't use our mana because we can't go Ragavan. Maybe we're meant to just push the Ragavan, but I think we're meant to go for the Wrenn and Six here. So get Blood Crypt. Maybe we're meant to just push, but I think Wrenn and Six. You know, I think my opponent's got Spell Pierce anyway. No, they don't. So let's kill the Ragavan. It might be that we're meant to get a land back there. But if my opponent wants to kill this Wrenn and Six now, they can't swing for 7 at us. My opponent is at 4 as well. So given my opponent's at 4, you know, we've got... This is representing 2 damage a turn. opponent draws a card with Consider. Yeah, that Goyf did a lot of damage. Yeah, trouble is we haven't really got any way to kill this Murktide Regent. Don't think we've got any way in the deck. Do we run Heats? Okay, Iteration's pretty good. Opponent could have another Murktide Regent, which is really bad because this one then grows to something ridiculous like a 9. Well, it'd be a 1/2. Yeah, it'd be a 9/9, and then they'd put another big creature onto the field. So a way to win this, I guess, would be to dash Ragavan, put them to 2, hit their own lightning bolt. We're not running any Termin. Oh, we are running we're running a 1 of Assassin's Trophy, which can deal with the Murktide Regent. Flooded Strand, so 4 cards in hand for our opponent. This could be a dashed Ragavan. Okay, so they just bolt the Wrenn and Six. So they've gone through how many bolts? 3. Okay, so this is probably going to be a Murktide Regent. Yeah. Opponent is at 2 though, so if we draw our 1 of bolt, but they've probably got a counter spell. Okay, so we go to 8. So yeah, they've got counter spell up. That's a Ragavan. So if we go, I think we just go dash. So opponent has to counter spell here because this is a lethal attacker. We're not quite dead next turn. Obviously, if my opponent has Snapcaster Mage. Okay. Oh, right, yeah. So I was going to say my opponent could, instead of doing that, they could just gain control of the Ragavan and then it would be lethal next turn. But because it's got dash, it would come back to my hand at the end of turn. Dragon's Rage, Channeler. Okay, so now we need to draw. We need our opponent to have nothing, and we need to draw basic Swamp. It's quite a big ask. Let's just bolt. 3, 5 mana. Fury. Okay, so now we actually can't win. I guess we could draw bolt. Well, so that. No, not quite. So we can push. Yeah, we just can't deal with this Murktide Regent. So yeah, without that Fury, that would have been an out actually. As it is, we could play blockers, but we can't kill this Murktide Regent. There's no way of drawing extra cards. I guess we'll Inquisition just to see what my opponent had and then concede. Oh, that was yeah, we're unfortunate not to find any lands in those early turns. Maybe it was a risky keep, but we had already mulliganed down to 6. Yeah, had already mulliganed down to 6, so felt like it was worth the risk, because if we find any fetch land in the first few turns, we're just so good there. Right, so we're going to want all of the spell bombs. We want all the removal spells, I think. Shadowspear's good. Kolaghan's Command doesn't do too much for us here. It can buy back a creature, but I'm not too interested in that, I don't think. Tourach is an interesting one. It does just die to a lot of things. I think it can clog up your hand, maybe. I think we can probably take out 1 basic swamp for a Bojuka Bog. I think bogging them is probably quite good. And then I want at least 1 Collective Brutality. Decay's fine. Kroxa is really good. Bolt and Heat are good. Do we want the 2nd Brutality? Do we want the Boil? I think my opponent runs quite a lot of lands. I have to remember my opponent could be on Blood Moon as well. They probably are on Blood Moon here. But I don't think I want Force of Vigor just for Blood Moon. think this is probably fine. Oh, Pyrite Spellbomb can come out, given that we're bringing in, all these Nihil Spellbombs. So bring in the Collective Brutality. Yeah, let's go with that. Collective Brutality on the play as well. The potential to kill Ragavan and make them discard a instant or sorcery is something we're definitely interested in. Okay, we would certainly like to play first. Okay, so yeah, this hand's a lot better than before, so we'll keep this. We'll go... Ooh, what do we do on turn 1? I think turn 1's just going to be Reclaimer. Although we kind of want to incentivize my opponent to play a spell. Let's go and get Overgrown Tomb here. Is it Reclaimer or is it Inquisition? Opponent kept 7. I think we're going to Inquisition here. Okay, so that's a lot of stuff. But my opponent has kept 1 land as well. It could be that we're meant to take the Consider, but I don't think so. Might take Dragon's Rage Channeler here. Yeah, I think we're going to take Dragon's Rage Channeler because my opponent's got 2 Ragavans anyway, and Dragon's Rage Channeler is quite a free way of finding a land. So I go Channeler, Bauble, that's pretty good. Okay, so there's Ragavan, Bauble. So yeah, we get to do good stuff here because Brutality discarding Kroxa is obviously pretty free. Okay, so we draw Shadowspear, not the best draw, but not too bad. So we'll escalate this. -2/-2, and this one. See if our opponent's found that second land. They haven't yet. So I think we take... Charm is rough. Maybe we're meant to just take Heat. Because it kills our Reclaimer. Or are we meant to stick them on 1 land? Try and stick them on 1 land. Heat is pretty good. Let's take the Consider. And then next turn, if our opponent doesn't dash the Ragavan, we can go Reclaimer, Fatal Push, their Ragavan. Okay, there's Ragavan. Okay, so they don't find a land. Okay, that's a really nice draw. So we'll go Saga, Reclaimer, push this. We're going to do this now to play around a top decked Spell Pierce, and we might as well play out the spear as well. Yeah, we're kind of punished here because my opponent, we do know they do have Heat. Okay, they draw another Consider. Put a bolt into the graveyard, and now they're just going to Unholy Heat the Reclaimer. Yeah. Okay. So we can't quite Kroxa here, but we're not far off. We're just going to make tokens here. We could put Ragavan to hand, but okay, so let's make a token. Then we can fetch. Yeah, fetch land wasn't bad there. Let's fetch a Blood Crypt because we need it to play Kroxa. See what we draw. Okay, we draw a Reclaimer. So we're just going to make tokens here. And we'll search for Nihil Spellbomb, I think. Spellbomb allows us to draw a card. And it protects against... Oh, Dress Down. Yeah, that's a very good draw from our opponent. I think we're just going to Spellbomb them. Okay, we draw Blooming Marsh. So yeah, doing that to play around Murktide region. Yeah, that Dress Down was an excellent draw for our opponent. Dash Ragavan. They hit. There's a Saga. Okay, so wouldn't have minded finding that. But so we know my opponent's got. Okay, so we either double Reclaimer, attach Shadowspear, or we just go. I think we're just going Kroxa here. Red, red, black, black. So we'll get rid of. We want to keep the lands in there, really. Yeah, it's a weird one, this one, because yeah, we're not keeping things like Spellbomb in the graveyard to cast with Lurus, but these lands make Reclaimers 3/4s, which is obviously out of bolt range. Oh, Kroxa wielding a Shadowspear is interesting. Opponent might gain control of the Shadowspear here. Okay, they draw some cards. They can now heat this. I wonder if we're meant to... It depends what we draw, whether we equip this Shadowspear or not. Okay, we're not bothering now because it's so bad if... my opponent actually hasn't got Delirium. They don't run Wraths though, so... Is it worth attacking? I think we're just attacking and putting everything onto the field. I guess if we attack, my opponent discards like a land, then they can kill this, but I think it's still worth it. Okay, discards a bolt. So yeah, we're just gonna... Oh, we don't actually have enough land mana to do this. That's fine. I think it's still fine. Play a Goyf who's pretty large. Oh no, we do have enough green mana, of course, yeah. Okay, counterspell's fine. Yeah, and these Reclaimers are actually 3/4s, so... They also block Ragavan. Okay, we do get there. So yeah, pretty good display. Obviously opponent got stuck on one land for a couple of turns in the early game. Yeah, Kroxa, one of Kroxa proving very, very strong there. Is there any changes you want to make? So Collective Brutality does get less good on the play. But is there anything better? We could go EE, but I don't think that's really what we want to be doing. I think this is fine. Got a lot of graveyard hate, which is, I think, good. And if the games go longer, you want the extra things to be able to fetch with Saga. Okay, so Lurrus Companion. This hand is... I don't think we can keep this. It's got a lot of good stuff in, and if we draw a land in the first 2 turns, it's pretty good. We really like the... Yeah, the Kroxa is really nice. Potentially Collective Brutality can be good. But I think we're going to mulligan that. Oh, this hand's even worse. Okay, this is functional, so we'll keep. We need red mana, green mana. We'll get rid of the basic swamp. I think we're going to get rid of the brutality. We can't afford to escalate it, so we'll just keep an answer to turn 1 Ragavan. Oh, Relic of Progenitus, okay. Inquisition, not a bad draw, so we'll Inquisition first. Okay, opponent's on the Blood Moon plan, so we'll go take count. Do we just take the Blood Moon and then start playing Urza's Sagas? No, I think we'll take the counter spell. Next turn we can go. But if my opponent draws another counter spell and then Blood Moons us, I'm just going to take the Blood Moon. Then next turn we can play Thoughtseize and hold up Bolt. Maybe I meant to wait on the Thoughtseize. Okay, Reclaimer's pretty good. So we're going to go Reclaimer Thoughtseize here. Let's go and get... we're going to get Blood Crypt. Go Thoughtseize first. Tapping the correct land. If opponent's got Blood Moon... Okay, that makes sense. Now we'll play out the Reclaimer. I mean, it does just eat a lightning bolt, probably. But it does mean our opponent can't Blood Moon us this turn. Well, if they want to bolt as well. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, that's a good draw from our opponent, but we've got the answer. Okay, so we know that our opponent's just got Steam Vents in hand. They put 1 card on top, which is a bit worrying. Are we going to put Lurrus in hand here? Yeah, that's a really good draw. Because now we can use all our mana. Just go bolt this. Play the Goyf. Goyf in this matchup is really quite good. Opponent might have put a Murktide Regent on the top, which would be pretty rough. Okay, so they put Consider on top. Are they going to put anything in the graveyard? No, they keep a card on top and draw it. Murktide's the scariest card. Okay, they sack the Relic. Could just be something to kill the Goyf. Dragon's Rage Channeler, Steam Vents. Tapped. I think here we're just going to make the token. Although, if my opponent had a bolt, they'd use it on this Reclaimer. I think I'm going to play the Reclaimer. It's not mana efficient, but here I think the ability to get another Urza Saga with the trigger on the stack next turn is what we want to be doing. Okay, opponent finds another land. Could be that they got Murktide Regent on top. Oh, they did have another bolt. That's really... yeah, that's really frustrating there. Okay, so let's see what we draw. Inquisition, pretty dead. So do I make... yeah, I'm making a token now. Makes this Goyf pretty big. So... don't really... we could get Shadowspear here, or we could get Spellbomb. Spellbomb draws us a card. I think it's going to be Spellbomb. Wow, it stops my opponent potentially casting Murktide Regent. It stops Snapcaster Mage. Some of these decks are running a one-off Snapcaster Mage. Okay, opponent puts that in graveyard. So this is growing the Goyf pretty big. It's now a 5/6. I think next this turn we're going to probably going to Spellbomb them. Okay, we draw the Shadowspear. I think I'm going to Inquisition pre-combat. Maybe that's incorrect. Yeah, maybe I should have held that. Because if we make this a 3/3, this can't attack. Archmage's Charm? Okay, so they're drawing cards with that. They could have gained control of the construct. Okay, so we Inquisition. Dresstown is really good against our deck. Unholy Heat doesn't do too much. If we take... I think taking Heat is better here. A bit surprised our opponent didn't fire it off. Take the Heat. So yeah, we can attack with everything. I get the feeling I'm supposed to Spellbomb here to stop my opponent, because if my opponent finds a Murktide, that's a way we can lose. Well, I think we're ahead here. That puts an artifact in our graveyard anyway. And yeah, just a key way for us to lose is my opponent making an 8/8 Murktide. Goyf's not quite as large now, but that's okay. I guess with the Bauble trigger, opponent might be able to pull something together. Okay, another land. So if we draw a land, Shadowspear actually makes this bigger as well. Okay, opponent draws one with Bauble. Okay, so we draw a land. So we'll play the Shadowspear. Equip to the Goyf. Attack with everything. Yeah, we get there. Shadowspear is so good. Yeah, like I say, Shadowspear or a Goyf. That's stuff dreams are made of. 6/7 with lifelink for 2 mana and an equipment that costs 1 is pretty tasty. Okay, we're 3-1. Let's play again. Go for the 4-1. Right, on the play here. Round number 5. Let's right. So see a clear mulligan here. into a better 6, or keep this. No companion revealed. What are we getting rid of? I think it's going to be either bolt or heat here. I think we'll get rid of the heat. Bolt goes to face. So we'll shock in this Blood Crypt, play a Ragavan. Yeah, Ragavan on turn 1 is usually the play. It can just, you know, it can just win the game by itself. Could see an ending here. Yeah, we do see an ending. Okay, so Bloodstained Mire. So we could either go Saga, hold up Bolt, or we could go Kroxa. This is going to have to fetch a shock land anyway, because we need green mana. So if we go get green red, I think. Yeah, play this Kroxa. Want to be mana efficient here. Don't know what this deck is yet. Spreading Seas. Okay, so could be looking like it's blue-white control. So lucky we didn't play the Urza Saga. Main deck Sanctifier and Vec. Well, that seems pretty good. Let's just go Saga. Get Lurus to hand. Someone really hates black and red decks. Okay, so it's Jeskai, Blood Moon, Chalice on 1's pretty good. Bauble, that's good. So here we could play Lurus, but I think I'm just going to make a token. Let's play out the Blood Crypt, pass the turn. We can't use this bolt, obviously. We can go and get Pyrite Spellbomb to kill this Sanctifier, potentially. Stoneforge Mystic. Depends what they go and get here. Okay, Caldra. So we actually have to use the... Oh, we can't actually... So let's make... I suppose we can block the Sanctifier with a token. So yeah, we're going to make another token here. Oh, I tapped the wrong land there. Oh, it doesn't really matter. We've got this tomb if we need to. So we'll go and get Pyrite Spellbomb, which we're going to use to kill the... Yeah, we have to do this now. Do I attack for 2 here? Yeah, I think so. Maybe I should be holding that back to double block the Sanctifier. Yeah, I wanted to use the Pyrite Spellbomb to kill... that's bad. I wanted to hold the the Spellbomb to yeah, block the... Sorry, to kill the Sanctifier, but yeah, we can't do that now, obviously. So we could play... Don't know what the play is here. I feel like our opponent's just going to kill... If they've got Bolt, Tarmogoyf doesn't die to Bolt, so... we do have answers to Chalice of the Void. We've got Abrupt Decay, Assassin's Trophy, Kolaghan's Command... Okay, so we'll attack to Fairy here with this Tarmogoyf. We got Path or something? Yeah, Prismatic Ending there is really good. We don't really have much choice now other than to cast Lurus. No point in casting the Spellbomb, seeing as my opponent has Chalice of the Void. Can't attack the Teferi, unfortunately. All of these cards are rubbish. Okay, just have to pass the turn. That Chalice is really, really hurting us. I think we've seen enough here. So looking like Jeskai control, but quite a strange build. 3 basic planes. I think they did draw most of those, but still, that's not the most. Main deck Sanctifier as well. Okay, so what are we going to go and get here? So I think Brutality is possible. We want Engineered Explosives. We might even want Force of Vigor. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring in Force of Vigor just to have more answers to Chalice of the Void. Fatal Push doesn't really do anything. Heat kills the Planeswalkers. Bolt we can get rid of for a Brutality. I think everything else is probably fine. Do we want the Boil here? Probably not. Kroxa is great. Wrenn and Six is great. We want the Pyrite Spellbomb. We probably, well, Shadowspear I could be less keen on. Maybe we want Blast Zone to take care of Sanctifier. I think maybe cut Shadowspear for another Spellbomb. Or is Spellbomb... I think we want extra things to fetch with Saga. Let's go with that. Actually, I guess they are a Stoneforge deck, so actually... Oh, I've run out of time. I completely forgot their Stoneblade, because I should be keeping in some bolts and pushes. The Brutality actually looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, that was a mistake. Okay, so if we if we survive this game, we will be changing up the sideboard. Yeah, this hand it is good. We need to find a red land. I'm gonna keep. It's got 2 answers to Chalice. Well, 4 answers if you include the discard. Hasn't got a threat. We really would like to see a red land off the top. You know, playing turn 2 Wrenn and Six here, especially if we can draw a fetch land. Okay, so double ending and the Spreading Seas. I'm going to take the Spreading Seas here. Our mana's a little bit awkward at the moment. And then we're going to Inquisition the Chalice. Well, Chalice of the Void we can deal with. Okay, so opponent's probably just going to play Chalice on 1. But we haven't actually got many 1-drops, so I think we're just going to get the... Use out this. So... I kind of want to take an ending here, seeing as we've got these answers to Chalice next turn. Or do we just take that? Let's take an ending, because then if we don't draw anything for next turn, you know, we can at least use our mana to decay the ending. Okay, there's Chalice. Okay, so we immediately draw Thoughtseize. I'm just going to pass the turn here, and then end of turn we'll they're Teferi as well. Sure. Okay, so we need to draw a land. If we could draw a land and go Thoughtseize, Brutality. Well, we might as well use the Brutality. We know there's Flooded Strand, Prismatic Ending, 1 unknown. I think I'm going to use the Brutality here. It uses our mana most efficiently. Okay, so we leave our opponent with not a lot going on. Flooded Strand. Okay. Land? Well, it is a land. I think we just... yeah, we're just going to shock that in. Get Lurus. Yeah, the drawing of that Sanctifier and Vec is really painful for us. But we can play Lurus if my opponent doesn't have a... Oh, that's pretty good as well. I guess we can Thoughtseize the Kaldra. I'd like to draw a land here, really. Goyf's actually really good, so yeah, we'll Thoughtseize. Take Kaldra. And play Goyf, which does block Sanctifier nicely. So we've pulled level now. we're actually kind of even on board. If my opponent rips a Batterskull or something, Rest in Peace is really bad. Oh, that's one of the best draws my opponent could have. Yeah, we might as well throw the Goyf away here. It's never getting any bigger unless we draw something like a trophy. Actually, well, Tourach can't block the Sanctifier. I think we're just going to play this Lurus here, just as a 3/2 with lifelink. Oh, they found... Yep, okay. Pretty much nothing we could have done here would have mattered. There's another Goyf, which doesn't do anything. Yeah, we just get absolutely browned by my opponent's draws there. I don't think we could have done anything. We Thoughtseize, my opponent had nothing going on, and then they kind of found off the top. They found Sanctifier, Stoneforge, Rest in Peace, Fury without drawing any more lands. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Maybe we kept a risky one. Not quite enough lands in hand, but the deck's really fun to play. Definitely still one I'd consider for my upcoming tournaments. Yeah, the Reclaimer tech seemed really good. So yeah, that last game, I guess Force of Vigor is really good against Spreading Seas, Chalice, potential Blood Moons, and we saw the Rest in Peace as well. So maybe we weren't meant to block with Goyf, but yeah, nothing really mattered in the end. So yeah. But yeah, hope everyone enjoyed that. Please do let me know in the comments what you thought. Please do consider subscribing if something you're enjoying. And yeah, we'll see you again next time. Cheers.